All right, welcome back to the breakdown series where I go through all of my old projects and break down why they're named that and what they mean and everything about that basically. And where I want to go into today is freedom, as you've probably heard. And this is going to be the Spotify version of Freedom, not the SoundCloud version. And it is the deluxe edition with the deluxe edition tracks, including the Spotify version of Freedom, the title track, not the SoundCloud one. The SoundCloud one will be a separate video with separate things. Okay, now without further ado, the first track, Beginning. Now, what I wanted to do was that with these tracks, was that Beginning was supposed to hit you instantly with every possible emotion that this album will have. It kind of punches you with it, and it does it really quick because this album is supposed to be. This was my long-awaited first album. See, I'd been doing music for close to a year before I actually put out a full album. I'd put out demo albums, and there's literally, I think there might be 30 demo albums. Now, I will say throughout this breakdown which ones were actually brung through with that. But the main thing I want to say is that Beginning hits you with that and makes you realize why you're here. Now, Passion. Passion, I basically made because that startup's crazy. I basically made Passion to say it's kind of like a Spanish type song, but pretty heavily me. And you can still tell I'm still on that SoundCloud stuff where I'm using sound effects and heavy record kind of crackle in the background of each of these. And you can kind of tell. I mean, this is kind of a song where like you can tell there's Spanish influence. I mean, heavily. What was that? Anyways, you can tell there's heavy Spanish influence with this. And that guitar is just enchanting. It just makes you feel so happy inside. That was the idea. Make you feel so happy. Hit you with it. And when making this song, actually me and Unbroken Unity, which you'll see on this album a lot too. Or not a lot, like twice. He was here when I was making this. We were just sitting there vibing to the song for a while. This is before podcasts, this is before anything. We were just hanging out and vibing to the song. I had multiple people there at that time, just sitting there vibing to the song. And it was meant to be this enchanting. This just a feel-good type beat. Just, you can't get away from it kind of type beat. Like it just hits you. And it's just so comforting kind of. It's so interesting to kind of hear. Interesting as in like it just makes you a little confused, if that makes sense. And that's a good thing kind of. Like it's really good. Really good. And that's kind of the goal though. Make you happy. Get you a little like, I don't know, get a Gatorade, set on your back porch type listen, like, I don't know. That's Passion for you. And Cold. Now, Cold is a song I have addressed many times in stream, many times. This is the only song that I ever regretted making because I hate the first part of it. When it says darkness in your soul, it made me feel so bad. And I'm a Christian person. And when I made that, I released it, didn't think anything of it until a few people that I knew brought it up to me, and I almost removed the album for that. But then when Cold started getting momentum and pulling up, I decided against it. Not to lose my values for momentum, but to say I refuse to promote this song ever, and I encourage you never to listen to this song. But I needed a little bit of boost in my image after leaving SoundCloud. This is the last album on SoundCloud. I put out a whole long paragraph saying it on SoundCloud, saying I was leaving the platform because I wanted to pursue music in a much more mainstream type way. So I ended up making this, and you're either gonna hate me or love me for this, but I wanted this to be something special, and that doesn't mean me sacrificing my values to put out this song. So the rest of the song, very good production, very good beat. I had a few people reach out to me wanting to do verses, and I declined them because, like I said, I don't want to promote this song anymore. So this will be the few songs that you ever see me never bring up in conversation or ever want to promote, because I don't like this song at all myself. I tried to remove it at one point almost, and had a few people tell me not to because it would have been losing a lot of very needed momentum in music. So I ended up leaving it up, and it stays up as one of my most regretted tracks I've ever made. Now, for the remixes, I probably will not play all of it. I might. This album has a few interesting bad tracks. Model 21. This is like my child. This song I love. With everything in me, I love it. I could sit here and talk for hours and hours and hours on everything that I did to make this little beat perfect, and to poke holes through every possible little beat that I could. But I'm not. It's so good. I still love this song. I mean, Dota uses the exact same rhythm and even the same sample, and it is very good. I even love that song. But Model 21 is like my child. The first song I love, and I would just play it nonstop. Like I said, another day with me and Unbroken Unity just vibing with like 3 other people. So insanely good, insanely valuable to me. So I thought I heard someone. That scared me. Anyways, it's like really late at night while recording this. I'm recording this directly after the soul music breakdown and the paradox breakdown. Insanely late though. So the main thing though that I want to come across with this album, it's the start of soul music. This is where you start seeing soul music start taking place. And stuff like Model 21, Love, Dance House, Breathe, and like all these tracks just makes you feel good. So just enjoy it. And it's so carefree. It's so nice. So nice. Man, this is a long song though. Try to yap for as long as I can though. So I don't just have the beat playing in the background while I'm dead silent. So Model 21 though. Oh, it was named Model 21. It's a funny thing I get asked a lot. Model 21. Why was it named Model 21? It originally went through a few names, which were only on SoundCloud for 2 weeks. Each one was on there for 2 weeks. Only OG fans of mine will ever know the names of them. If anyone does, which I know good and well no one watching this is gonna know. If you know, type them in the comments, and I don't know, I'll give you a personal shout out in the podcast. Now, Love. This song is the earliest version possible of Love's Finale. This song is what kind of gave me that push into Love's Finale. Now, a lot of people are going to wonder, well, how did Love turn into Love's Finale? the name and the beat style. This kind of like, you hear it like in the background, like that. That is what evolved into other projects, and you can go and you'll see in the Love's Finale breakdown, which it'll be one long breakdown. It won't be Love's Finale 1, then Love's Finale 2, then Love's Finale Deluxe. It'll be Love's Finale Deluxe all the way through, all of them. So I'll mention it more there, I feel like, but basically what it is that this type of beat ended up spiraling into what is known now as Love's Finale. And the bad part about this album, I feel like, which this has nothing to do with love, but I want to speak this though during love because it's a very long song and it'll go on forever. So this album though, the album cover, a lot of people question what book it was in the album cover. In the normal one is the Bible. It is just the Bible with a light in the background and a black and white photo. Now for the deluxe edition of Freedom, it was, I wrote out, and I still have the paper laying somewhere in my room. Yeah, it's right here. I'm recording this, by the way, in my room, in my house. I have the original paper though, and I edited the paper on my iPhone insanely, so that I could get that dark, moody feel. And I basically just used that as the album cover because very low budget, like I said. I mean, I didn't really expect this to go big, but this ended up becoming my best performing song. I don't know why. I don't think it's my best, but there you go. Oh boy, Dance House. Where do I even start? If I'm not mistaken, the smallest song on this entire project, for a reason. It's bad. It's real bad. Skip through this part if you want. If you want to hear the history and why it's so bad, stay. But it's bad. It's just bad. I will compare it to the mid section of Lil Possum's raps, where they weren't crazy good, but you can see the vision. It's almost like Lil Possum had, which is Onyx now, or Young Villain. I can't remember what his name is now. But you can see Lil Possum slowly evolve into Onyx, which is kind of what you can see with this song. It's not good. It kind of makes you want to turn off your laptop for a while. It kind of makes you realize, hey, Spotify isn't really that great of an app, or something. Like, kind of start hating the app because of how bad this song is. And it's not great, so I don't blame you if you just skip right now. It's not great. I don't expect many people to like it. I don't expect anyone to really care for it that much. It's not great. But that's what it is though. You can see the vision that it's outlaying for the rest of my albums to have this more upbeat feel. But it's not great. It's not great. It's really not great. I know that it's not great. You can stop spamming that, by the way. No, I see it. Delete those comments a lot. It's bad. I get it. Breathe. Okay. Now, there's some interesting things about Breathe. This basically... Okay. So if you watch my Paradox breakdown, you'll hear about the song BG, which happens to sound very similar. That's right. These two songs were made within a week of each other. I'm not saying never mastered it. I did. But I never did any real work to perfect this song. It's very thrown together. It's not great. It's kind of it was kind of the sad part of this album, but it's okay. Now, here's what I want to say before anything. The song Freedom that will come next, it is different and it's long. I probably won't play all of it. Actually, no, I might, because I might be able to fill it with stories and stuff with it. But Breathe. More stories about Breathe though. So how it came to be was that I was looking for songs and I had already dismissed 12 songs or something to be on the album. And I was on a Discord call with Unbroken Unity. And this is on the same call, by the way, that we discussed doing the podcast for the first time. So on this call, a lot of stuff happened. But on this call, I was like, hey, yo, you want to do a collaboration song again? Like we did with BG? And he was like, yeah, sure. So started working together and doing this. And this later part, after the beat switch, is mostly Unbroken Unity. Pretty good. He's pretty good. He'll never admit this, and this is the last song I think we collaborated on, which is such a shame because it was so good. But this was a very interesting project. We ended up working on it, we finished it up, and we actually had streamers react to it live. Small streamers too. And we would have people react to it. They'd be like, oh yeah, this is kind of good. Which I didn't see the vision, because I didn't really care for it. But yeah, now Freedom. A million things to say about Freedom. Freedom is about breaking free of chains of society. It's that if you feel one way, and if you don't want to fit in, listen to this. It sounds weird. It's not exactly what you want to hear all the time, but it's not bad. Now this beat repeats itself a lot. So I'm gonna talk a lot through this, and you can skip past this part if you want. Freedom though, this is a very rushed version because the original version I never released on here. It's on SoundCloud. I released an updated Spotify version as a single after this one released. This is the early version of Freedom. This is very early. The beat repeats itself a lot. There's no real structure. Now, Freedom, the updated Freedom, which goes by the exact same name, by the way, that was worked on really late at night, and it was perfected. It's the perfect version of Freedom. It's 6 minutes long, but it is some of the best 6 minutes I've ever had listening to a song of my own, at least I'll say. So, understand it. It's good. It's really good. I suggest everyone, go listen to that version. That's the perfect example of me as a music producer. So, that's good. And you know what? I have changed my mind. I'm not going to go into the remixes because, one, they're trash. That's all you need to know. They're trash. I will give small snippets and a little bit of talk about what they are. That's about it, though. I'm not going to go through a whole lot. I've been pacing my room the entire time while talking about this. So, that's all you need to know about that. And, it is, very interesting, though. It's not great in the slightest, but it's definitely okay, and that's all it really needs to be right now. So, note that, really. Man, it's still in my throat. Freedom, though. Freedom. The one on SoundCloud is the only reason you should go. Also, in the album cover for Freedom, yes, that is S-dozz written. That you can barely see. Now I'm gonna play barely snippets of Love. Now Love is just It has a longer intro and a better form. Model 21 remix. It should be illegal to make music this bad. Well, anyways, that's all for my review or not my review, my breakdown of Freedom. Like and subscribe if you like my music, and if you don't, then please go look at better examples of my music and then make your judge there. But if you like it, then it's on everywhere where you listen to music, which you can see on the screen. But yeah, lovely. Have a good day.